I am Hannibal Barca, son of the great thunderbolt Hamilcar and commander of the Carthage army. I am also a sworn enemy of Rome. You know me through Roman tongues, no doubt. Livius, Polybius, they call me cruel, barbaric, a monster who feeds on terror. Such is the privilege of victors, to paint their enemies as demons. But I am no demon. I am the son of Carthage, the new city. My people were traders, not conquerors. We spread across the great sea, bringing wealth and knowledge, not bloodshed. Until Rome. I was but 9 summers old when my father, fresh from defeat in Sicily, took me to the temple of Baal Hammon. The flames danced on the altar as a priest chanted. The scent of burning incense and sacred oils filled my nostrils. My father's face, I still see it clearly, hardened by years of war against Rome, looked down at me intensely, the scorch deeper than any flame. "My son," he said, placing my small hand upon the sacred altar, "swear that you'll never be a friend to Rome." I felt the weight of our people's suffering in that moment. Our ships burned, our treasures plundered, our warriors humiliated by these Romans. I knew nothing of war then, only that my father's tears as he spoke of our loss of the Aegean Islands meant something profound that had been taken from us.
"I swear by the gods of Carthage, by Tanit and Baal Hammon, that I should never be a friend to Rome."
Little did I know how that oath would consume my life, how it would carry me across mountains and rivers, through battles and glory, to this moment. My father didn't raise me like other noble sons, to count coins or negotiate with merchants. No. I was raised in army camps, sleeping on hard ground beneath the stars of Iberia. While other boys learned poetry, I studied the movements of troops. While they memorized trade routes, I memorized battle formations. "See how the Romans fight in their maniples," my father would say, arranging stones to mimic their formations. "They are rigid, disciplined. They believe chaos can be controlled by order." I was 16 when my father's horse was struck down in battle against a Spanish tribe. My father's last lesson was how a general dies, never surrendering and facing his enemy. When his successor, Hasdrubal, fell to an assassin's blade, our soldiers raised their spears and acclaimed me as their commander. 26 years old, standing before veterans twice my age, I felt my father's oath in my chest. Rome believed they contained us. They drew a line across Iberia, as if they owned the lands that they've never seen. Their diplomats spoke of peace, while their legions encircled us like hunters trapping a beast. When they laid siege to Saguntum, our ally, I faced my moment of decision. The Roman embassy came before me, full of practiced outrage, offering choices that were no choices at all. The elder senator, Fabius, made a theatrical gesture, folding his toga to form a pocket. "Here I carry both peace and war. Choose which Rome shall give you." I remember my reply clearly. "Give us whichever you choose." His face reddened as he thrust forward. "Then take war." That night, as my generals gathered, I revealed my strategy. They expected a defensive campaign in Iberia, or perhaps a naval assault. on Sicily. Instead, I traced my finger across the map from Iberia, through Gaul, across the towering Alps, and into the heart of Italy. Their faces, gods, how I wish I had captured their expressions in clay. Impossible, they said. The mountains alone will destroy us. Exactly. Rome believes the same, and that is why we must do it. We departed New Carthage with 90,000 foot soldiers, 12,000 cavalry, 37 war elephants, warriors from every corner of our domains, a host not seen since the days of the Persian kings. The journey through Gaul tested us. Tribes attacked our columns, rivers delayed us, but nothing compared to the Alps. The mountains, they were like angry gods rising from the earth to challenge us. As we climbed, the air thinned. Men gasped for breath. The paths narrowed until we marched single file along cliffs where a misstep meant death. Then came the snow and ice. Have you ever heard an elephant scream in terror? I have, as they slipped on an icy path, falling to their deaths in ravines so deep we cannot see their bodies crash below. At night, the cold stole into our bones. I lost men not to Roman swords, but to frozen sleep from which they never woke. We melted snow with fire to drink and ate the leather from shields when food ran scarce. One morning, as we struggled upon a path so steep, men crawled on their hands and knees. I stood upon a ridge and looked back at what remained of my army. The snow was marked with blood, the path littered with abandoned equipment, the faces of my men hollow with suffering. Is this your great plan, son of Hamilcar? To die on these mountains so the Romans need not trouble themselves killing us? I turned to him and pointed ahead, where the path crested. No, brother, my plan is there. And when we finally crossed that ridge, all of Italy lay before us. Green valleys, rich farmlands, Roman colonies unprotected and unprepared. My men, seeing this, found new strength. Their backs straightened, their eyes cleared. We had achieved the impossible, and word spread through Italy faster than any messenger. Hannibal is here.